Hi, Acadiana. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. Happy Monday to you. Today's November the 10th. This is Acadiana Weather Today, a short morning chat on your upcoming weather conditions and how they're going to affect your day. It's a bit more chilly out here this morning, but the big cold comes in later tonight as temperatures could be dipping below the freezing point in some locations. Freeze watches and freeze warnings are up for most of Acadiana. First, I want to let you know, though, that storm season never really ends and it's time to save the stuff that matters. Ritter Consulting Engineers uses Matterport 3D imaging to scan your home or business, which can be used for insurance purposes before and after a storm. They're also revolutionizing real estate so buyers can tour homes right from their computer. Call Ritter Consulting Engineers at 984-8498 or visit their website. Well, look outside. No fog to worry about this time around as the air mass is very dry and the wind speeds are up. Might need both hands on the wheel this time around with a crosswind, especially if you're traveling east or west on the interstates this morning. Meanwhile, the students at school need to bundle up to head out to the bus stop this morning as temperatures will be in the upper 30s and lower 40s, and it won't warm up a whole lot later this afternoon. I think temperatures are only going to reach the mid 50s and wind chills might even stay in the 40s thanks to those brisk northerly winds. There's a look at our morning temperatures. Most of the area dropping down into the 30s and 40s. I do expect a few more 30s as we get closer to the sunrise period. And that frontal boundary is way out in the Gulf waters. High pressure settling in. Lake effect snows across much of the eastern half of the country. But this cold isn't going to last too long as the upper level pattern is going to be shifting, and that should give us a nice warm up for the second half of the week. In the meantime, with skies nice and clear, we're not going to see any rainfall out there. Those brisk northerly winds continuing to wrap around a deep trough of low pressure in the upper levels, and that's sending cold Canadian air southward right down toward the Gulf Coast. And as that ridge moves right overhead and the winds go calm tonight with very light winds, we are expecting temperatures to plummet down into the upper 20s for central Louisiana and lower to middle 30s for much of the Acadiana region. And with those winds light, we'll likely be seeing at least some frost across the region, even areas that don't get below the freezing point. Sometimes that air right at the surface can become rather super cooled and be a couple of degrees cooler. So even though it might be 35, you might be at 31 right there at the surface, and that's why you get the frost buildup. Temperatures again today only reaching the low to mid 50s for highs, and most of the area will at least touch 32 degrees except for the coastal areas as we head into the evening hours. Freeze warnings are up for Rapides and Vernon, while freeze watches are up for the rest of the Acadiana region. And there's a pretty good chance that we're going to see temperatures close to 32 along the I-10 corridor and points northward. If you live closer to the coast, cover those tender tropical plants just to be on the safe side. For the most part, pipes should be okay as this will not be a very long freeze. The Gulf waters are going to be pretty rough out there with small craft and gale warnings out there. Seas are going to be running 3 to 5 feet in our nearshore waters with those winds remaining rather brisk out of the north. The rest of the tropics, no worries as we start to wind down hurricane season here during the month of November. Let's Talk Tropics is a weekly show. I will have a show a little bit later on today. We're going to stay weekly for the rest of the month unless we get any new development. So check that out on YouTube later this afternoon. Your high today only 55 degrees. Again, breezy and cool. Wind chills might stay in the 40s most of the day. 30 overnight tonight in Lafayette, upper 20s north of the 190 corridor, and lower 30s south down toward the coastal parishes, and temperatures should be running back in the 60s and 70s as we head into the latter part of the week. Well, I hope you enjoy Acadiana weather today. If you do, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on those notifications. And remember, you can hear my forecast daily on Big 102.1, Planet Radio 106.7, and Freedom 95.1. This morning I am over in Baton Rouge for Tune In on WBRZ Channel 2. If you don't catch us on TV, I have a link below if you want to click for our live stream a little bit later on. And of course, please follow my social media pages both on Facebook and X, and thanks to everyone who's already subscribed to Acadiana Weather Today right here on YouTube. I'm meteorologist Dave Baker. Have yourself a great Monday, stay warm, and I'll see you later today for Let's Talk Tropics.